Hello, and welcome to Board Games and Beyond. My name is Leona, and today we are going to talk about what's news and what's new in the board gaming community. All right, so first up in news is that James Hudson of Druid City Games has been hired by Skybound Entertainment. So we have a lovely picture of James up front. And James, you might recognize his name. He is the designer for Grim Forest. This is a very popular game, and at Skybound Entertainment, he's going to be hired on as the Senior Director of Tabletop Games. So James is going to now be bringing his library under Druid City Games into the Skybound family. So I'm really excited to see what James Hudson brings to the table, and now that he has the backing of Skybound, I can't wait to see what different games come out from that. And next in our news is My Little Scythe. So this is a really exciting release. This game was originally a print and play, and now it is going to be published by Stonemaier Games. And this game, I'm really excited about it. It has adorable miniatures. So the original game is Scythe, and this game is a more family-friendly version where you and your friends are minis running around town, baking pies and collecting pies and things like that. So I can't wait to see this game in full production. And next in our news is the Circus Puppy has been announced by Renegade Game Studios. Again, another game to add to your cute collection. This game is where you're going to be stacking miniatures of little puppies on top of each other. And the miniatures are going to be different types and breeds of dogs, so I really can't wait until we see more pictures of what's inside this game. And next up in our news is that Z-Man Games acquires Love Letter and the Lovecraft letters as well. So this is pretty exciting because Z-Man Games has a lot of breath behind it. I'm really excited to see them publish this game now. We might even be able to have some expansions in the future, and maybe some new art. So it'll be really fun to see in the next coming months what comes out from Z-Man Games about that. And lastly, in our gaming news, is that PAX Unplugged dates have been released. Woohoo! I'm so very excited about this convention, and the dates are from November 30th to December 2nd. And GTM and also Game Trade Magazine are going to be there, so definitely head out there if you can and make sure you say hi to us. If you want to find out more information, you can go to the PAX Unplugged's website, www.paxunplugged.com, and stay tuned for more fun updates. And so that is all that is in the board gaming news, and now we will go into what is new this week. So this week, at your local game store, they received Arkham Horrors: The Forgotten Age. So this is a living card game by Fantasy Flight Games, or it's just a card game, not living. But this is a new 3rd edition, which is super exciting. And in The Forgotten Age, 1 to 4 players, you embark on a scientific expedition to the rainforests of southern Mexico. So it's a different setting than the original Arkham Horror. And you even get 87 scenario cards and 64 player cards. So here you and your team will venture deep into the dark rainforests and forbidden caverns in 2 new scenarios. Super excited to see this played out and excited to uncover the story that's in the Arkham Horror. And next that came to your game store this week, also by Fantasy Flight Games, is the Game of Thrones living card game. There is an expansion called Someone Always Tells, the chapter pack. So in this chapter, a Feast of Crows finishes up, and now Victarion Greyjoy has been dispatched to Essos to fetch back Daenerys Targaryen, but secretly he plans to win her for himself. And Arianne Martell plots to crown Marcel Baratheon and lead a new rebellion in Dorne. House Lannister and House Tyrell and the Church of the Seven bicker for power in King's Landing. And Sir Jaime Lannister turns back on his sister's plea for aid. So again, you get to add your own insight into this game and continue the amazing Game of Thrones story, which is really exciting. And then lastly, what came to your game board, or your game store, is the Dark Heaven Bones miniatures by Reaper Miniatures. So this is a series that has been out before, or is out. It's an ongoing series. But the miniatures that came to the store this week were the Bones Manticore, the Bones Avatar of Wisdom, the Bones Shipwreck Revenant, the Bones Large Air Elemental, and also the Graveyard Archway. So definitely go to your game store, check them out. They're super awesome. Reaper always has high quality minis. Make sure to paint them, put them on your table, and add them to your scene decoration in whatever game that you're playing. And that is what was new in our game stores this week. And now we will go to the Board Game Spotlight. All right, so this week we are spotlighting Seven Wonders, which is an awesome classic game, good for beginner players and also players of higher level. And so you're just going to hear a little bit from Rick and Matt on this game.
Hey gamers, Rick here for Game Trade Media. We're here with Matt to show us Seven Wonders by Repos Production.
Absolutely.
Let's dig into it because I love history and because this talks about history and the gameplay.
You're going to create history yourself.
Oh, of course. I do that every day. Don't get me wrong.
So Seven Wonders is a civilization building game for 2 to 7 players.
Okay.
It's actually going to be card drafting, which is the mechanic where I have a hand of cards. I will pick one to keep, pass the rest to Rick here. Rick will do the same all the way around the table. So you're not only looking at what you're building, you're looking at what the people downstream of you are building and trying not to give them, the tools to do what they want.
Okay.
All right, and so you can find the full interview on our YouTube channel. Definitely check that out to hear more about the background and how to play the Seven Wonders game, which you definitely need to check out, especially if you haven't played it before. And lastly, let's get to our community shout-out. So here at Game Trade Media, we love shouting out different review sites, things like that, but we also love local game stores. So this week we're going to be highlighting 2 local game stores. The first one is I'm Board, Board spelled B-O-A-R-D, and that is located in Madison, Wisconsin. And we just want to note that this game store had awesome international tabletop events and always is engaged in having lots of events and things like that in their community. So if you're in the Madison, Wisconsin area, definitely check them out and make sure you say hi and stop and just see their awesome store and all the stock that they have. And so our second game store is Meeple Madness, and this store is located in Atlanta, Georgia. And again, we just want to give them a huge shout out. Thank you, Meeple Madness, for being awesome, being part of your community, having a huge place for people to paint, play games, and just, do D&D, things like that, different RPGs. This game store is located in the Atlanta area. So if you are in Atlanta, Georgia, go check them out. Make sure you give them a shout out and support your local game store. All right, folks, that is all that we have today at Game Trade Media. We love shouting out different reviewers or game stores, so make sure you send us pictures or tweet us and send them our way, because then we can give them a shout out. And also join your community, join your local game store. Make sure you go there and talk to the people there, interact with them. Game boards are not just solo playing. It's best to play them with other people and engage in that way. So make sure you join the community and support local. It's the best. And then also make sure you if you want to know more about what we do over here at Game Trade Media, head over onto our website and you can see the different content that we make. We have lots of things going on, lots of shows. Make sure you check them out and give us a little hello. And that is our show for today. My name is Leona. This has been Board Games and Beyond, and we will see you at the game store.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Game Trade Media. Before you go, we wanted to tell you about our new book, The Overstreet Guide to Collecting Tabletop Games, which is available to pre-order right now.
You obviously love tabletop gaming, so do we. And this book provides a look at the history of all the different types of tabletop games, from card games like Magic the Gathering to role-playing adventures like Dungeons & Dragons, to the most classic of board games like Clue or The Game of Life.
Right. We've also got interviews with a lot of industry veterans like Peter Atkinson and influencers like Matt Mercer, plus discussions with collectors and gamers of all kinds. The book also discusses the impact of crowdfunding on the industry and looks into why board gaming is experiencing such a boom right now.
We put a lot of love, a ton as a matter of fact, into this book, and we like to think that it provides a perfect snapshot of what makes tabletop gaming and the tabletop community so great. You can pre-order your copy right now by using diamond code APR181585. So head into your local comic or game shop today and tell them you want the Overstreet Guide to Collecting Tabletop Games.
Thanks for watching Board Games and Beyond. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.